welcome to the Movie Draft Podcast. I'm Ethan Simi, and today I am joined by my wonderful co-host, Ben Lawhorn.
Hello.
Our first wonderful guest from Deep Dive Film School, Adam Palcher.
Hey guys, thanks for having me again.
And our second wonderful last-minute guest, the film drunk himself, Jonathan Fuji.
Hello, everyone. I'm being set up here. I just want to let everyone know I'm being set up to fail.
We needed a fall guy, so bring in Jonathan.
And today we are drafting 1994 movies in a regular style draft. Palcher, welcome back. I want to start by welcoming you back because you were on last week's episode as well, the directorial debuts auction, which in our lives was about 24 hours ago. We recorded that, and now we're recording the 1994 draft. What have you been up to for a day?
Good, man. Things are great. I'm excited for this draft. It's pretty kind of important year for movies, but and there's a lot of stuff here, but between the four of us, I'll be interested to see what's left at the end.
Yeah.
I think it'll be an interesting draft. Jonathan, what's up? Welcome to the pod. You mentioned you're the fall guy. It's true. I texted you probably like 5 or 6 hours ago, and I was like, look, do you want to draft 94 tonight? And I need someone as not well versed in 94 as I am. And so, we'll have to do this together.
Yeah, that's what friends are for. Just setting each other up for failure. I like it.
Yeah, that's true friendship, quite honestly. Ben, how are you?
Doing okay.
Okay. My
prep started today as well, so this is going to be interesting.
Oh, I've been thinking about this for weeks.
So here's the thing. Ben, you, myself, and Sophie, the holy trinity of the Movie Draft Podcast, had discussed that it's pretty imperative on this show to draft the years from which we are all born. We did, 2012, whenever Sophie was born. I can't remember what year that was. We haven't done, 1975 when you were born. Am I close?
Super close, yeah.
Oh, nice. I'm within a decade. I know that for sure.
You are within a decade, either way.
I just don't know which way.
Thankfully, more recent, but yeah, 1975. What even came out then? I have no idea. But
I guess we'll find out when we get to 75.
You were born in the 1900s, Ben?
The 1900s, back in the old days when everything was black and white. I know. It's crazy.
Raised on silent films, this guy.
I think I was born 79 and I was kind of in my prime, movie watching years during this. This was a year that really kickstarted a lot of why I ended up loving movies forever. So yeah, anyways.
Sure.
So I was a fresh, probably 15 years old.
Yeah.
So
that's
maybe 14.
That's prime time.
Sneaking into Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, that's prime time for
Forrest Gump, but sneaking into Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
That's the.
Sorry, Ethan. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's the double. That's what we're missing right now in theaters is the rated R movie that kids can't get into releasing simultaneously with Wicked, right? What are they buying a ticket for Wicked for and then sneaking in? I feel like this just happened with Terrifier 3, where people were buying a ticket to something and then sneaking into Terrifier 3, right? Mm. Yeah, Wild Robot. That's what we need. That is what we need to get back to is the Pulp Fiction Forrest Gump duality of cinema. So
do you think there was Barbenheimer sneaking in to
this is true.
Barbie to
it could have been that. Maybe we'll get some at Christmas with Wicked and Nosferatu or something like that.
Ooh.
Or who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see. We used to be a society. Who knows?
We did. Yeah, we used to be a good society. But today is all about 1994. And honestly, I'm kind of offended that Sophie's not here to draft my birth year. This is my birth year. This is the pod about me. Mm-hmm. And Sophie was just not today. I don't want to draft. Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad to have you guys here. My brothers. My brothers.
Am I the replacement for Sophie?
Oh no,
Yes.
you're just on top, Jonathan. You're just the cherry on top.
Okay. I wouldn't have mine either way because that's a W.
We needed another Wonka fan here. You know what I mean?
God, shut the fuck up. Why? We're 4 minutes into this draft.
I didn't bring it up.
You guys, it's too much. Jonathan, every time I see you tweet about Wonka, I just want to delete the app. I gotta be honest. It's brutal stuff out here. But like I said, today is all about 94. Adam, you had briefly mentioned who were you in 1994? You said you were a 15-year-old sneaking into Pulp Fiction. Is there anything to add to that?
Man, yeah. And honestly, just kind of early in my film career, like in Pulp Fiction, I'm just gonna say it now, just was a movie that changed my life forever. I didn't know you could make movies like that when I was that old, and I hadn't really seen a movie like that. And if it's available to me, I will be taking it. No spoilers there, but like, it just kind of opened my eyes to kind of what film was. And then you have so many other kind of, I would consider some classics in here, whether they're comedy classics. One thing I did note, this is not only a good year for film, but a year of shitty sequels. Can I go through this list real quick that I put together?
Oh, yeah. Please do.
City Slickers 2, House Party 3, My Girl 2, Naked Gun 33 and a third, Mighty Ducks 2, D2, Major League 2, Leprechaun 2, White Fang 2, Three Ninjas Kickback, Beverly Hills Cop 3, The Next Karate Kid, and Police Academy Mission to Moscow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
What a year.
That's unreal, honestly. I mean, people complain all the time now about how Hollywood has run out of ideas and it's all sequels. I was going to say. It's been happening for decades, people.
We've been doing this for a while.
We've been doing this for a very long time. 94, great year for sequels. Jonathan, who were you in 1994?
I was just a thought in my mom's head. Maybe I don't even know.
Yeah, it's giving a lot of credit.
Yeah, true. She's probably like, oh my God, please not a boy. I was a -3. So honestly, probably the best time of my life, because as soon as you come out the womb, it's just
downhill. Yeah,
this sucks. So yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you got that one right. That's for sure. I'll go next here because I am in a similar boat as Jonathan. I was born in 1994, so I was not a negative age per se, but I was born in May of 94. So I went from not existing to existing, which, I guess was the beginning of the downfall for me and the beginning of the end. So I'm proud that it could happen in the same year that Pulp Fiction was released, and really, coincides with me being born and cinema seeing a great peak and then just everything downhill after that. Ben, who were you in 1994?
Well, contrary to popular belief earlier, I was only 11. But this was a solid year for 11-year-olds. It's like, I met Jim Carrey, and that kind of set a lot off for me as far as like my sense of humor and stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. I like this stuff.
Oh, it's a big Jim Carrey year.
Huge Jim Carrey year, yeah. But also still had like D2, still had some of these like other, for younger kids movies that I was still enjoying. So this was a solid year for me. I had a great time.
Yeah, I feel like 94 kind of had a little bit of everything. And of course, we'll go through it here in the draft and see which movies people tend to lean towards. There's a lot of conversation, at least when you look up 1994 in film, a lot of articles, a lot of conversation of like, was 1994 one of the greatest years for movies? I kind of want to pose this question to you guys before we start drafting. I understand the Pulp Fiction of everything, and I totally understand that Forrest Gump was a phenomenon. I got to be honest, 94 is very subpar. Outside of like 2 to 4 movies, it's not looking great, guys.
I mean, that's an opinion to have. I don't know that I agree with it, but
I've got a deep bag, I think.
Yeah, I don't want to like start listing off movies that I think are great from this year, but I'm not really worried about it.
I guess it's just not as deep as I like. When I hear one of the greatest years of cinema, I'm like, cool, we can go 30 deep, and they're old timers. There's like 8 old timers, and then everything else is like D2, the Mighty Ducks,
What year can you go 30 deep?
Yeah. Pick any year. Whatever one you want. Let's go right now. 2008, 2010. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out as we draft. Did anybody do any prep? Jonathan, in the 5 hours since I texted you, have you prepped for this draft?
Still prepping.
Man. Yeah, no, I can't say I was doing any prep. My strategy for this is, for any listeners who listened to the last draft I was on, I wrestled with myself on drafting a movie that I haven't seen. I was like, is that morally wrong for me to do that? I'm going to say right now, I will be doing that in this draft. I will say multiple times, I've heard it's good. So just spare me on that one.
I wish you the best with your relationship with the listeners on that one.
Thanks,
I think you were on for 2014, right? You, Sophie, and myself.
Yep.
Yeah, dang, back for another year. Interesting. You've got an interesting streak going on here, Jonathan.
I know.
We'll see what happens.
Guest here.
I don't think you won that draft, right? So I think Sophie blew us out of the water.
I smashed that one. Are you serious? This is slander. Trying to throw me off my game already.
I don't know. I can't find the tab on the doc right now because I'm too focused on getting my short list in order. So I guess we'll never know.
So Ethan, there's like 6 categories that we're trying to fit into here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So drama, comedy, action, horror, Oscar nom, and blockbuster has to be over 100 million.
This is correct. Yes. So we are going to have
wild.
Yes, and we'll have wild cards. So we're going to have 6 categories in a regular style draft to go through here. Like you mentioned, Adam, drama, comedy, action, horror, Oscar nom, blockbuster, so $100 million or more at the box office. And then we'll have a wild card slot as well. There's a first pick, and I think we're all very clear on what that first pick is. I know sometimes we get on here and we're like, is there a first pick? I don't know. There is tonight. So I think a lot is riding on the spinner. You know, fingers crossed. I don't know. Ben, you going caps? You going all caps, all lowercase?
I got a first time experience for us tonight. So just you wait.
Okay. This will be good. Other rules for the draft, snake style. So we'll be going 1 to 4, 4 to 1, and drafting teams of 6, of course, because there are 6 categories. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Rules for the draft? Any other broad topics that you want to talk about before we draft? Any strategy? Any want to get inside each other's heads at all?
I don't know, man. I'm really excited to see what you guys end up with since you don't love this year. I'm excited to see what kind of stuff you pull. You're like, who cares? I'll take Angels in the Outfield, whatever. So I'm excited.
If Fuzz was here, he would take that.
Yeah, for sure.
If you've ever heard his Angels in the Outfield story where he actually got up at the end of that movie and like did a round of applause.
Yeah, so good.
You have to have him tell you the story.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So hopefully he's listening to this. But Angels in the Outfield again. Just funny year. There's some random stuff. Yeah, especially with sports movies like Blue Chips with Shaq.
Yeah.
That movie and Nick Nolte.
Penny Hardaway, right? Yeah.
I guarantee these 2 guys have not seen that movie. So we'll see what we're dealing with. I think
I'll tell you right now, I have not seen Blue Chips.
Nope.
Yeah, I figured. It's not something that really. It's not a timeless movie by any means.
Yeah.
But like I would say, like I have 10 movies I would be happy with having. So
for sure,
we'll see where we end up.
Yeah, I think this might be a personal problem of mine. I just haven't seen a lot of 94 movies. Jonathan, you mentioned you haven't really seen a lot from this year either.
Yeah, I've seen like the big ones.
Yeah.
You know? I've seen the big ones. Unfortunately, my life is on like new movies. So it's like I could see True Lies, but I have to see Red One, unfortunately. So that's usually how my day goes.
That is a tough reality that we're living in, that you're living in. Holy cow. Okay, well, let's draft. Let's see what happens. I can only send up prayers and good thoughts that I am the first drafter here.
Here we go.
Let me pull up this wheel here.
Quite imperative that I draft first.
Yeah.
To get one of the 5 movies I've seen.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So we've got the spinner up. We're not going with names. We're not going with all caps, all lowercase, or even proper. We're going with just uppercase initials.
A first name. That's it.
Interesting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
EBJA. Okay, wow. What do you think? What's the play here, Ben? What do you think the spinner sees when is it like, I don't know, who's it going to be?
I'm just trying to get in your guys' head. That's all I'm doing here. Yeah. Also, a lot of my prep came from pulling off like the box office, and then as I've been going through, I was like, that was from '93. It just kept making money. So feel free to correct me on any of my picks tonight because I can't be held responsible for knowing whether it was a '94 or not. But let's start the spin. Let's see who is going to go first.
Man, all-time career. Wow, not looking ideal for me.
Let's go.
If Jonathan gets the first spin, that would be so messed up.
Oh, yeah.
That's Jonathan.
Fuck.
That's a J.
Oh my God.
That's
what a
no way.
We're so back. This is incredible.
That might save you because then you don't have to draft for a handful.
Oh man.
Should have never invited you on.
Chill.
Wow.
Guess first.
Yeah, I guess first. Okay.
What
Adam
category?
goes second.
What category?
Ooh, on the turn. Okay.
Shoot, I could have used that turn. Dang, third is really just not ideal, especially in a draft like this. Not good. Okay, Jonathan, you're drafting first. Adam, you will be second. I am going third. Ben, you will be drafting fourth at the turn. Okay, Jonathan, why don't you start the draft? I hear you contemplating what category you're going to be putting this film in.
Yeah, a lot of categories I could go with, honestly. A lot I could go with. Let me just take a quick peek. The Oscars, not bad year, at least from what I know.
Yeah,
pretty good Oscar year from what I'm seeing, at least. The box office, not a ton that meet that 100 milli. From what I'm looking at, is 12 movies.
I mean, I think you should take the Flintstones #1.
Wait, was it 100 domestic or 100 worldwide?
Domestic, right?
100 domestic is usually what we go for.
Man, I only have 8. Where did these other 4 come in?
I got top 10. So
wow.
Guys, I have 9.
Okay, well, we're all over the place.
Okay.
I think we can be loose with it. I think it's fine.
Don't worry, I'll vet it.
Give or take a couple.
Well, I mean, obviously it's Pulp Fiction, and from what I am seeing, it has made over 100 million domestic, so I would take it there if we concur.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the right choice.
Great. Thanks,
You're
guys.
seeing it made over 100 million domestic. Where do you see this?
So I'm on Box Office Mojo domestic box office in-year releases, not calendar.
Oh, interesting. See, I'm a calendar grosses. Okay, this is good. All right.
Yeah, that was a mistake I did in
2014. 1994. Yes, Pulp Fiction. $107,928,762. Okay,
Let's go. Stuff for me.
That's insane to me that Pulp Fiction was on less than 1,500 screens. That's crazy.
He got nominated for Best Director and I think Screenplay.
Wow.
Yeah, one for screenplay, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Notably loses Best
Sam
Picture.
Jackson got nominated. John Travolta got nominated. It took over, but it wasn't like Titanic or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that makes me number 2. Huh?
That's a very wise move, Jonathan, to take in a box office.
Good call.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
guys. Appreciate y'all.
Good luck the rest of the draft.
Yeah.
We'll be back with Little Rascals. Don't worry.
I mean, I took this one yesterday, and so I'm questioning if I take it as number 2, having it on my list 2 times in a row, but it's up there.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take Shawshank Redemption again.
Damn.
Do it.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
That's the move. That's the move.
I thought you'd let it slide. Like, I can't. You want that on your team 2 weeks in a row, Adam? Come on. That's not a good look.
Oh, you just want it then. That's what that is. So it's that good of a movie. So, and you just watched it for the first time, Ethan, right? So
I did. I watched it at time of recording. I watched it for the first time like 3 nights ago. And yeah, my Letterboxd review was just like, oh, it is as good as everybody says it was. Because I was like, there's no way this movie's as good as people say. It really is.
So I definitely know I took one from you.
Yeah, you did. That was very high on the list. What category are you going to be taking that in? A lot of category strategy.
I think I'm going to go drama. I'm going to do drama because I'm not really sure what Pulp Fiction's considered. That's more of like a crime thriller. So I'd maybe do that under action. But I don't know if that really is action either. So like, I'm going to go drama just to be safe.
Nice.
Okay. No, I think that's good. I think those are that's the 1 and the 2 pick, I think, in my opinion, at least.
For sure.
Agreed.
Okay.
I'm not letting it slide, but I just couldn't.
Yeah. It's too bad. I would have liked to have that on my team. I'm going to be taking a movie that I did just watch for the very first time a few nights ago. So if that's any ideas, I'm going to be taking in drama Chungking Express, Wong Kar-wai's film from 1994. A remarkable movie. I just, I can't believe we have someone like Wong Kar-wai who's just like, this is how I see the world, and let me show you it.
Amazing movie. Not even his best movie either, but still amazing and a very original in its own right. Totally deserving to be on this list. Absolutely. It was on mine.
Okay. I feel
it's a solid pickup. That was my first exposure to Wong Kar-wai. I was in a screenwriting class and it came up that I hadn't seen anything and I had someone tell me like, watch Chungking Express, then watch In the Mood for Love. I was like,
yep.
all right. And that was my homework. And I watched it that night. I was like, wow, this is amazing. So it's a good thing you took it, Ethan, because I was about to. So good call.
Yes.
Good job.
I've been listening to California Dreamin' on repeat for days.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, totally love that.
It's always risky too when you prep for a draft, especially in a year where it's just like, I hope I'm watching a movie for the first time that I will end up drafting. And luckily for me, that was the case with this film. Good movie.
You know what? I'm just going to go with what I want. We're just doing a Ben team here. I'm not necessarily going to take the smart picks. I'm just going to take the Ben picks here. So first up in action comedy, I'm going to take Dumb and Dumber.
Wow.
Don't know how many times I've seen this movie. I love this movie so much. Probably the thing, maybe the movie I've quoted most in my life. Yeah. Sure. There's just so much to pull from here. So yeah, like again, like this might be a dumb choice, so to speak, but for me, this is because of what's gone, this is a clear number one for Ben. Mm-hmm. So have you seen this, Ethan?
Oh my God, have I seen this? I grew up on this movie. I just constantly watched this film. And I still to this day think it is one of the funniest movies that I've ever seen. Ben, are you taking this in comedy? I would assume, because you said action comedy, but comedy?
Yeah, it's action horror. Yeah,
it is
comedy.
Action horror.
Yeah,
okay. I figured as much. It doesn't necessarily, I would say, qualify as an action film, even though they do go to Aspen and get involved in a little bit of action.
They do indeed.
Yeah, I mean, it's an old timer.
Yeah, same. And I'm with you. Also, Ethan, I grew up with this movie. I love this movie. Like, I don't know how many times I watched him throw that snowball in her face on the mountain where it's like point blank, just like boom, and just the sound effect it has. Rewatched it just 1,000 times. I knew this was coming off the list at some point. I'm surprised so early though.
You know, we're just mixing it up. Why not? Let's get wild.
Follow your heart.
Yeah, that's all we're doing.
We got no food. We got no jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off. That's so funny.
Big gulps, huh? Like that's Aspen. Just like an everydayer. Yeah.
Big gulps, huh? Yeah.
God. I was anticipating one of you saying like, Ben, just when I thought you couldn't get any stupider, you go and do something like this. Well, Dumb and Dumber.
Totally redeemed. All right, we could do this all day.
We really could.
According to the map, we've only gone 4 inches.
Perfect. Yeah, that's it. I'm trying to figure out what category to take this in. I know what I'm going to take between box office and Oscar nom, but I think
don't do it.
I think I'm going to do box office.
Don't do it.
And I'm going to pull a Palcher and repeat a pick I made from last week's episode, and I'm going with The Lion King.
Fuck.
Oh, that's the one I thought you. I was wondering if it was going to be on your list again today because it was double whammy there.
Yeah, a little back to back. Just one of the greatest animated movies ever. This is maybe at the time my favorite movie that I saw in theaters because Dumb and Dumber was like on VHS. Like I didn't see that in the theater. So this might have been my favorite thing I saw in theaters in 1994. And I'm just like super happy to have it on my team. So yeah, Lion King.
Jonathan seems sad about
that. Happy for you, man. Happy for you.
I appreciate it. I can tell. I can feel it.
You know what? Like I actually, this movie's pretty low on my Disney rung of animated movies because I was the 15-year-old kid wanting to watch Pulp Fiction over.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
The Lion King movie. It just was, I was aged out of it a little bit. Kind of like the Power Rangers or something like that, just like you have to be like that age to do that.
Sense.
So, great pick though still.
And now like any way I can get a Ferris Bueller tie-in, even, get me some Matthew Broderick on my team, I'll take it. So that's what it's all about.
I don't know. I'm a little stumped. I feel because of the position that I'm in here. Because there's 4 picks to happen after me. And I feel like once we get back, things are going to be really like dried up, really gone. So it makes me nervous to leave something on the board.
Now that I know what the actual box office is, I need to do my homework and figure out what I want to take.
Yeah. Box office slim.
that was number 2. So
I was number
Yes.
2. Yeah. Behind Forrest Gump. I'm in a real crossroads here because I don't like Forrest Gump. I think it's a bad movie. But
What do the people think?
People love Forrest Gump. It's a big year. It's a big movie in 94.
Oh yeah, huge movie.
Isn't
Your
it?
heart.
I mean, my heart. It's literally like it's Forrest Gump and Wonka. Like we're in the same.
I was
boat here.
always
like I could never.
I was always rooting against it because that was the first year I truly paid attention to the Oscars.
Oh yeah.
And was rooting for Pulp Fiction for everything. So I was always bummed that Forrest Gump won, but it's a fantastic movie. I mean, if you like the long biopic type of film, like they really cover a lot of bases and touch on history. Obviously it's made up, but Zemeckis knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he does. Have you guys seen Here? Jonathan, have you seen Here?
I have seen Here.
Where are you at on Here?
I'm pretty sure we disagree strongly. I'm pretty sure.
Palcher, have you seen it?
I haven't. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to.
It's a great movie, Palcher. You should check it out.
Oh man, I don't know, dude. I think he's lying to you, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, it's a great movie if you have kids. I think that is like a really big precursor for any listeners that like maybe haven't seen it. If you've got kids, it hits you a little different. I will say that.
Okay.
But
I can't argue that. I can't argue that.
Back in 94, though, some of the stuff he was doing with graphics technologically was like revolutionary.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
I had HBO growing up, and that was like a big deal having HBO because you could see the movies, but they had all the behind the scenes stuff. And it was pretty, they're fitting his face into or his body into like, old talk shows and stuff. So
impressive.
Not including all of the war stuff. That looks great as well. So awesome movie. You were the last person I thought would choose this.
I haven't picked it, Palcher. I haven't picked anything. I'm just letting you guys vamp. I didn't pick Forrest Gump. I just said it was number 1 at the box office.
You're still on the clock here?
I'm on the clock. I'm letting this clock run. I just want to quickly mention, Palcher, you talked about Zemeckis and technology. You want to know a good movie that Zemeckis made really pushed the culture forward? Called The Polar Express. Pretty good movie. I'll just keep saying that. Where are you at, Jonathan, on The Polar Express? Can I get someone on my team finally?
Honestly, I don't remember.
We should do a live watch along. We should do a rewatch.
Well. I will halfway be on your team because I don't think it's nearly as bad as everyone says it is, but I understand the animation is kind of weird and creepy for some people. For some reason, they can't get on board on that. Plus, Tom Hanks plays like 7 characters. And so, but I think I still feel like it gets watched every year. So
it does. It definitely does. Yeah.
Yeah. Every year. No doubt. Okay. I'm in action horror is my slimmest category. And I'm worried. I literally only have 3 movies in that category, and one of them I haven't seen. So I don't even have enough to fill it. Like, if they go, like if they all go. So I'm going to probably do something a little bit stupid, but I'm going to do it anyway because I feel like it's a necessary evil. In action horror, I'm going to be taking the iconic film Speed.
God
this
damn
movie's
it.
a great movie. Yes.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, of course I've seen Speed. This movie fucks,
Speed's great,
dude.
yeah.
So good.
So good.
Damn.
Just in it. I love. I saw this one in the theaters, and I remember, like they just kind of spoil it because they end it like 2 or 3 times, right? You think it's gonna end, and then they keep going. And man, and Dennis Hopper's such a great bad guy in this, and plus, prime Keanu.
Oh yeah,
pretty
so
sick.
good. I just bought a Speed shirt today, actually.
Wow,
I'm very excited about it. Yeah.
Super high concept movie though, just the whole idea of it, it's kind of like what would you do in that situation, so everyone already is glommed onto it before they've even gone in the theater because they know it's what is it, 60 miles an hour they have to go, right? Something like that. 55
something like
miles
that.
Yeah
50, 50? Can't slow down before below 50.
50.
The bus
now
will
you
explode.
have a Ferris connection with Alan Ruck, so congrats.
I do. Yeah, Alan Ruck in this movie is great. Really the precursor to the modern day masterpiece Ambulance. So I'm glad that I can have anything resembling that.
Oh my god.
Is that an oh my god like yes we're so back, or oh my god like we keep disagreeing?
I think we disagree a little bit on that one, just a little bit. I like the cashmere though.
Just killer, yeah. It's cashmere. All right, I feel good about getting Speed. Okay, buy myself some time. Sounds good. Adam, I believe you're up.
Okay, I'll make this short and sweet. We kind of talked about it already. I think this will please some people if I take Forrest Gump right now and have that on my list.
I'm so fucked.
It's probably the obvious choice that's left on the board. I feel like there's movies I have on my list that I like more than Forrest Gump. But this movie, it can get you sometimes. There's some highly emotional parts, and I don't know. It's a well done movie. I get it's definitely one of those Oscar bait movies for sure, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. But I still like Pulp Fiction more.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna choose it here because it's the obvious choice and maybe get me some votes.
Yeah, it's a big one. You got two big boys on your team in Forrest Gump and Shawshank. Where are you going to be taking Forrest Gump? I would assume box office, but I don't want to assume incorrectly.
Yeah, there's some stuff falling off of box office.
You could use Wildcard if you really wanted to.
Yeah, I'll go Blockbuster 100 mil. That number one, I guess. Yeah, might as well, right?
Yeah.
Dang, that's messed up because I actually like Forrest Gump a little bit. Okay,
but you've got two picks,
Yeah, I have two picks. I guess I should say I've seen actually a decent amount of stuff, but they've all been like bad movies from when I was a kid. So like the big ones, no clue, haven't seen. So again, I am wrestling with taking something I haven't seen, but it's so early. I don't want to do that. But if I don't, I'm losing 1,000% with like 2% of the vote.
You do have Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction's gonna have to pull a LeBron James, just carry me.
I will say that Ben's partner Ashley got on the pod one time and introduced a very fascinating strategy for either remembering movies or picking movies that you had not seen. If you just like watch the trailer for it, then you're like, well, that's good enough. I didn't watch a trailer for any of these, but I feel like, if I watched a trailer for Clear and Present Danger, I'd be like, yeah, I can see that on my team.
I think it's valid. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just like look at the poster real quick. Just
yeah.
See if I like the vibe.
Catch the vibe.
Okay. Comedy is pretty slim, at least for me, especially. So, see, and now I just have PTSD from like picking something that didn't actually come out that year. I'm pretty sure this is good. I'll take The Mask.
Damn it. Shoot.
Have seen it. Iconic one from my childhood. Cameron Diaz.
Smoking.
Hello. How you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, peak Jim Carrey probably. He really owned this year now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, this was a solid Jim Carrey year for sure.
Yeah.
What category are you going for The Mask? You going comedy?
Yeah, comedy.
Okay. I was hoping that The Mask would come back around to me. I was going to pick that in my Oscar nominated for Best VFX.
Yeah. Yep.
That's your Oscar.
I think that would have been fly.
That'd been great.
Dang. You're 2 for 2, Jonathan. I respect this team so far. It's really good.
All right. Now I got to do some soul searching here. I don't want to take that movie, even though it is maybe a top 5 most popular from that year. Don't want to take it. Haven't seen that one. Don't really want to take it. I'm inspired by Ben.
Oh boy.
I'll take this pick for me. Something that I could easily wait, but in Oscar nom, I'll take Hoop Dreams.
Oh, damn it. No. Great choice. That was my sleeper choice.
Wow, what a reaction right there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Is this one of the ones you've seen?
I have, but it has been a while, so technically I haven't logged it. But
gotcha.
I have seen it. And I'm a huge basketball fan anyway.
Yeah, same here. It was pretty groundbreaking for that time to have kind of like a sports doc kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going to just like some little indie theater in the Midwest to see that because I love basketball so much. So same here. Great choice.
Yeah, solid.
Oh, I hate to break it to you, Jonathan. If you haven't logged on a Letterboxd, you've never seen it. It's scrubbed from your memory, Men in Black style.
Yeah, honestly, that's so true. Need to get on that.
Dang. That's a good pick. I was worried for you, and you came out on top. I'm a little nervous about going forward. Shoot. Back to you, Adam.
Yeah, I'm looking at the categories, and I probably
was that going to be your pick? You're going to take Hoop Dreams next?
No, that was going to be later, kind of sleeper pick, but that's a great choice. I would be proud to have that one on my team. But I'm looking how many comedies I got versus action movies here. I took drama for Shawshank, right? Yes.
Yeah, you did. Kind of wild how fast these categories thin out.
Yeah, I knew it was going to get thin, and I'm already feeling the heat a little bit just because we got to force them into these categories. I feel like
I think it was a really fun decision, instead of just doing me, Ben, and Adam, to bring Jonathan into the mix and say, hey, an already slim pick, we should make it even tougher.
Yeah. And you get Pulp Fiction, so yeah.
Yeah, I just gave away the draft for free.
That's your prize for coming late. Okay. All right, I'm going to go action, and I'm going to do Luc Besson's The Professional.
Yeah.
Leon.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's just a badass fucking movie.
So good.
And probably one of Gary Oldman's greatest characters.
He's amazing.
He's so good. And
everyone.
Even the director's cut, although it gets a bit creepier than the original, is still like very effective movie. And I just remember loving it. It was so prime action too. It was like cool action though. It wasn't like cheesy, face off action, like something like that. It was like cool as hell. It was sleek and just really thought out characters. Awesome movie.
Yeah, it's a great pick. Jean Reno is fantastic, and like all of them are the three leads. Like Gary Oldman, Natalie Portman, they all are doing a great job in this movie. My buddy Josh put me onto this, and I was just like, "Oh shit, this is fucking cool!" Like I love this, and it really kicked off a little bit of a Gary Oldman run. True Romance, stuff like that. Some of his better fun characters. So this definitely belongs in the conversation.
I put out a question on Instagram where I was like, I'm drafting 94 in a few days. What do I watch? Like, what are the movies I have to have seen? A lot of people said The Professional. So I did, in fact, watch The Professional for the first time a couple of nights ago.
Damn.
Problematic, like, narrative aside, that hasn't aged quite as well. I think this movie's sick. This movie is awesome. The ending of this movie, incredible stuff. Jaw open. I was loving it. I agree with you guys. I think Gary Oldman is like lights out in this movie, truly. And this is a really good movie. I was thinking they should remake this movie now, and they should get Natalie Portman to be the professional and take someone under her wing.
Great idea. I love that.
That'd be
for
sweet.
rehashing shit, that makes a lot of sense at least.
Trademark. You heard it here first. WB, you call me up. We'll make it happen. I'll write you the spec. Okay. That brings me to me. I have to go with man. It's kind of tough because like not every Oscar category had 5 nominees. Like sound effects had 3, VFX had 3. Some of these are cut a little bit short. Like Best Makeup only had 3. So like and there are a lot of repeats. So I feel like we're the slimmest here. So I'm going to be taking a movie that I actually haven't seen in a long time, but I remember early on when I started watching movies, I saw this and I was like, oh wow, like this is a good movie. I'm going to be taking Ed Wood. This is Tim Burton's flick, starring Johnny Depp, Martin Landau, who got nominated for an Oscar. I think this is a very good movie. Again, I haven't seen it for a very long time, but like this is among Tim Burton's best for sure, without a doubt.
I think it's a wonderful pick.
Really? Nothing witty to say about having Depp on my team?
No, not at all. It fits. I'm not surprised. So yeah, and it's great.
Well, I got to pick a problematic person or actor or director, every draft at least. Yeah, I like Ed Wood. Good movie.
Yeah, great movie. Awesome Tim Burton, and obviously like an homage to like one of his like someone that obviously like was an influence on his career, right?
Huge influence on Burton's career. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was what's his name's last movie.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But Patricia Arquette's in this movie. Vincent D'Onofrio. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
All right, Ben, you've got a double.
Yeah, I do.
Dangerous stuff.
I'm very happy. I'm glad. There's some I've been watching on since my turn was over after The Lion King. I'm glad they're still here. First one, I'm gonna go drama because this for me is my weakest category, and I just don't want it to be taken. So I'm gonna go with a Best Picture nominee with Sexy Voldemort, and I'm taking Quiz Show.
Oh, damn it! I thought I was gonna get that so much later.
This movie is great. Totoro, Ray Fiennes, like directed by Robert Redford. This is my favorite, Redford film. I love both of these guys in it as the leads. They're fantastic, and it's been a while since I've seen it. I love this movie though, and I'm very happy to have it as my drama because it was slim pickings for me. So I will definitely take Quiz Show on my team.
I was debating about watching this one in prep for the draft.
Shit.
Wow.
It's good.
It's quality. It's quality for sure.
Well, I like that you took something from Jonathan. That's cool.
A safety pick for sure later. So go ahead, Ethan. Sorry.
It is cool. And just to be clear, while I said it was nominated for Best Picture, I'm taking it in drama. So
you're gonna be taking okay. So I gotta go back in the doc now and change it to drama.
Yeah, I know you tune me out once I start talking, so I just got to double check here.
I do. Well, once you start talking about a movie I've never seen, I'm just like, I don't care.
Like,
get back to me.
Not a big deal. And for Oscar nom, because this is the next one that's getting really slim for me, I'm going to take what might be my favorite James Cameron film, and I'm going to go with True Lies. Good old Arnie. You get like maybe the hottest Jimmy Curtis has ever been. Like that dance sequence is amazing. Some fun action in here for sure. But yeah, it was getting really, really slim for me in Oscar nom. So I'm glad that this qualified here. Nominated for one Oscar.
The last two solid ones too. So
yeah.
What do we do? Can I switch mine up if there's no Oscar noms left?
I mean, I still have.
There's no change written in stone.
Yeah, nominated for visual effects.
And Hoop Dreams was my other Oscar nod, and that got taken too.
Oh, dang, that's rough.
Get thin up here, boys.
So yeah, super happy to have both these on my team. I just kept worrying every pick you guys were going to take them. So now I'll just sit back and think about what wild card I want to take.
Wow. Yeah, I guess you are at that stage in time.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Holy smokes.
I don't know why I thought no one was going to take Quiz Show.
I
was like, I don't even know what this movie is.
I was -3. I know all about Quiz Show.
Like, man, I know Quiz Show. What you know about Quiz Show? Tough.
I should have put Forrest Gump as my Oscar nom, not my blockbuster.
Oof. Tough, That's how strategy plays. I am having a wonderful time just enjoying people getting their picks stolen because I've gotten everything I wanted so far. So it feels really good, and I'm going to continue this streak and pick something that I should decide on right now. What should that be? That's a great question. I feel like box office is getting real slim out here.
Yeah, it is.
Ugh, God. Man, tough. I mean, number 1, Forrest Gump. Number 2, The Lion King. Off the board. True Lies is off the board. That was the third biggest. Dumb and Dumber is 6. That's off. Speed was 8. 9 is The Mask. 10 is Pulp Fiction. I got there's 5 movies left that made over $100,000 in 94. Yeah. It's not looking good at all. So I feel like I got to fill this up with what I can. Again, there's a few of these that I haven't seen, and I think the biggest miss for me is not watching Clear and Present Danger because I feel like I would like that. Harrison Ford, and I feel like that would be up my alley. But I'm gonna be drafting a movie that I feel like it's, I guess not really the only place you could take it, but I'm going to take it in box office. I'm going to be drafting, in preparation for Christmas, The Santa Claus. I think one of the best, most timeless Christmas movies ever. Tim Allen's current politics aside, I think Santa Claus is great.
Yeah, I think it's a wonderful choice. Out of what was left in the box office, it seems like the clear pick for sure.
Good pick.
Nice.
You can have it.
Great. I mean, honestly, Tim Allen is totally like cooking in this movie. Just if you guys haven't seen it lately, just look at his reaction to anything on screen. He's just having a ball. He's just there turning up for work, being Santa Claus, having a great time.
I just love him and the stepdad. Like, nice sweater, Neil. Like, I love their interactions that they always have. It's fantastic.
It's like sleeping in the dog pound. Oh, woo! Wow. Yeah, I love the Santa Claus. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. Maybe I'll kick off Christmas early. Celebrate the draft.
Good call.
Okay. Wow. Nice. Adam, you're up with all of your category despair.
My only despair is the Oscar nom, but it is very thin out there for that at this point. And I had two wonderfully, I should have done it sooner, but that's okay. I'll figure it out. Even stuff like Quiz Show and Ed Wood is coming off the board, but so I kind of feel like I need to take that pick because I feel pretty comfy with I got a handful of comedies here, and then I'm sure one of those may even turn into my wild card. We'll see. But just so I can stop worrying about it. Damn, Hoop Dreams was my
This is the pain cave here on the Movie Draft Pod. This is where you don't want to be.
Yeah.
And there's no way I'm nominating Junior, the movie where Arnold they were nominated for Best Song, if you're wondering.
Oh, I was wondering what that was nominated for.
And there's stuff like Four Weddings and a Funeral, which I just don't care about. But I am gonna. I think I'm
stressed for you, man.
Clear and Present Danger did get nominated for sound, and that did not get taken, right?
Correct.
Nope, that is on the board. I started typing in the doc, and then I realized you actually hadn't picked it yet. So
no, yeah, no. I'm sorry, I'm taking a minute here.
I can vamp for you for a second, Adam, because I do have a question regarding my Santa Claus pick, if that's okay. Where are you guys at? Like, what's in your opinion, like top 3 Christmas movies? Is Santa Claus in that range?
What?
Home
no.
Alone, yeah.
Top
really?
3? Top 3?
Yeah, top 3 all time.
No.
Oh, interesting.
And I like the Santa Claus.
Tell me
top
more.
Top 3 is crazy. But it's got to be like Home Alone, Elf, and then something else.
The
It's a
Santa
Wonderful
Claus.
Life.
No. Yeah. It's a Wonderful Life, maybe, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Christmas with the Cranks, just to be clear. Ethan.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
Top 3.
Number 1 is Christmas with the Cranks. Number 2, also
I like that
Christmas
movie
with the
too.
Cranks.
I like that
Number
movie.
2. I mean, okay,
Wonka.
Ben, where are you at on Wonka is not a Christmas film. Get the hell.
It is. It is a Christmas film.
What?
The
What?
vibes. It's the vibes.
Okay, that's like me saying Goodfellas is a Christmas film. That's heresy.
I stand with you.
Ben, where are you at on top 3 Christmas movies?
I mean, honestly, I think Jonathan named exactly what mine would be.
Oh, okay.
Probably in that order. So
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
No White Christmas for you guys.
Never seen it.
That's a good
What
one.
is that?
What? You've never
What
seen
is
it?
that?
What is that?
I've heard of Black Christmas. I've never heard of White Christmas.
Bad
Wow.
Santa, that would be up there for me.
Mm.
I love Bad Santa.
Oh, Billy
Not
Bob.
necessarily a family Christmas movie. But
Yeah.
I love the Holdovers. Holdovers, just
Well,
personally
okay,
speaking.
wow, too soon. Come on. The movie came out like a year ago. Relax.
Bro, it's already up there.
Okay, so
But-
you said the Santa Claus is not in the top 3. Where are you putting it? Is it in the top 10?
Like for me?
Yeah.
Probably.
I think it'd be in my top 10.
Yeah.
I love
It
when
would
he
maybe
freezes.
squeeze into my
You
top
guys are so.
10. It would maybe squeeze.
You guys are.
I'd
This
put Polar
ridiculous,
Express
Jonathan.
above it. Let's say that.
Above the
Oh,
Santa
really?
Claus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, beat
It's
my
fine,
letterboxd in about 16 hours because you're going to see that I watched the Santa Claus. So you guys have really riled me up here.
In the spirit.
Yeah.
Christmas Story. I don't know if anyone mentioned that yet, but that's obviously.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
So I'm going to keep Clear and Present Danger.
Cool.
Okay.
Because Oscar noms are slim, and if you have one left, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, that'd be tough. Couldn't be me. I got Ed Wood. That feels good. Okay, nice. I do want to see Clear and Present Danger. Jonathan, you've got the double.
Yep.
Best of luck.
Thanks. All right. Well, I've had a lot of picks stolen from me. Again, I don't know why I thought Quiz Show was some underseen movie. It was nominated for Best Picture. Can't do The Karate Kid, even though I'm Asian, and I definitely have seen that. Can't do that.
Why can't you do The Karate Kid?
That's an 80s
It's like
movie.
it's like the second one.
Oh, the next
The next Karate. Sorry, the next Karate Kid.
No, that's the Hilary Swank one.
Yeah, that's the Hilary Swank one.
So that's the fourth one.
Really? The fourth Karate Kid?
Yeah.
Get out of town.
The
next Karate Kid. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
I feel like I saw that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right. It's
Okay.
time
Still
to
have
do.
Mr. Miyagi.
Yep. I should be him for Christmas. Or wait, what? Christmas, Halloween. See, you got me thinking about Christmas.
You dress up.
Dress up as Mr. Miyagi for Christmas.
They're like, who are you?
Parents are like, what the hell are you doing?
You freak.
All right, it's time to pull out the. I haven't seen these, but I'm going to take them.
Okay.
But I'll try to justify it. In action, I will take The Crow because I am Asian, so I grew up with Bruce Lee, so there's a connection there. So boom, I'll have The Crow. I didn't see the reboot either from this year. Actively stayed away from that, but I heard that one was rough. So I'm good.
Yeah, I hadn't heard much about the remake. Usually remakes are tough, but yeah, no, that was a great movie, especially kind of like if you like the darker kind of action style. And it was like Brandon Lee and the whole thing of him dying, like in the middle of it, and them having to kind of like fake some of it is kind of wild.
Yeah.
He just kind of left a strange legacy after that, but it's a cult classic. Lots of people love that movie.
Yeah. And inspired the resurgence of my favorite wrestler, Sting. He came back like the Crow. Love it. Still my favorite.
Yeah. Even just like the log line for The Crow is wild. Just in case people run it. Like I haven't seen The Crow, and just like reading that this rock guitarist comes back to life, watched over by a hypnotic crow. He returns to exact revenge. That sounds sick. That sounds awesome.
It's really good. It's a good movie.
You should check it out.
Yeah, it's been on my watch list forever.
Believe in angels. That's like the tagline. That goes
hard.
That's crazy.
It goes hard. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let me just make sure the genre is there. All right. It says drama. Me and my fiance and her younger sister have been diving through this guy's filmography for whatever reason. So I will pull the connection there, even though Adam just said he doesn't care about it. I'll take 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Wow.
I got you.
Nice.
You were nervous.
For a second.
Yeah, Hugh Grant. We've been going through Hugh Grant stuff for whatever reason. His younger stuff, he's just on fire. And I like Heretic a lot. So I think that's what started it.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
They really liked Heretic.
Have you hit up Notting Hill yet?
Yeah, just watched it actually for the first time a few days ago.
I love that movie.
It's incredible. It's amazing.
Ben and I just recorded. When this comes out, the pod will be out. We recorded our review of Heretic on 24 Minutes of A24, and we talked about Hugh Grant. Turns out I've only seen like 4 movies with Hugh Grant in them, and one of them is Wonka, and one of them is Glass Onion, in which he is there for about 6 seconds. So
yeah,
I should probably do what you're doing, Jonathan.
Yeah. He's cooking in Heretic.
Yeah, he is.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Have you seen that yet, Palcher? Have you seen Heretic?
I haven't. No, I'm excited.
I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on it for sure.
Jonathan, you saw it at TIFF, right? You saw it with me. Yeah.
Yep.
That was cool. World premiere. Good time.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, Adam, back to you. You've got 2 left. I think you've got Wild Card and comedy to go. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Most of us have left. Well, I guess just you and I have comedy left, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have 3 good comedies, so I'm gonna do my wild card just in case someone steals it. And this is honestly who I thought you. I guess I don't know your fiance,
No,
so
no,
I
no, no,
don't know
no,
what she
no.
wants to binge. So I wasn't sure if it could have been this guy potentially. But I'm taking Oliver Stone's Natural Born Killers as my wild card.
Ooh, thought about it.
So I don't know how many. This is kind of like an MTV generation kind of movie where before like reality TV was really a thing. But it was all like encompassing all of, these 2 serial killers with Woody Harrelson and Juliette Lewis. And if you watch the movie, it's an absolutely insane edit. There's like 300 miles of film of this movie. It's an insane, wild movie, but I don't know how much it ages with it, maybe a younger generation because of that point. But there's an amazing Robert Downey Jr. performance in here. Like I said, Woody Harrelson and Juliette Lewis are amazing. And then you get trippy ass Oliver Stone, which is who I thought you may have gone through because he has quite a filmography to go through. Anyways, just a movie that was, I basically again got snuck into at this time in the theater by my babysitter this time.
Nice.
So I'll say that. So I was I was like probably 14 when this came out, and I was surprised that we got to see it, but it kind of blew my mind. And there's some sequences in this movie. If you've seen like the sitcom sequence or like the whole Rodney Dangerfield part of this, this is a wild ass movie, but absolutely monumental for the 90s, I thought.
For sure.
And the next generation,
Mm-hmm.
So
Tom Sizemore is in this movie apparently, so it has skyrocketed up my watch list. Holy
he's
cow.
awesome in it too. Man, he's such a terrible creep.
Move over to Santa Claus. We're watching Natural Born
Killers.
Have any of you seen that?
Yeah, I love this movie. I think it's a awesome choice.
Oh, Ethan, you put it on your queue, man. You will love it.
Oh, it's gonna happen after the Santa Claus and Christmas with the Cranks. No apologies there.
The trilogy.
But I will. The trilogy.
Put it in your Christmas queue.
Yeah. The triple header.
But yeah, no, this is just again a kind of an important movie. So at least to me. So this is a personal pick, and that's kind of what the wild card is anyway. So I'm taking that. I don't know if it'll give me votes. I have no idea how many people actually have watched this movie, but Stone has an insane career of excellent stuff that is all over the map. That I recommend if anyone hasn't watched some of his stuff, do a festival or something.
Love that. Okay, I have my wild card pick. I feel good about comedy. There's at least a few things that I could pull from. So I'm going to be taking my wild card. I really think the only place that this would apply would be drama. But let me double check to make sure it doesn't qualify for anything else because I don't want to play myself. Okay, yeah, we're looking good. It's only a drama. I'm going to be taking what I think is like a quite exceptional movie, a directorial debut that did not get talked about last week on the pod, starring Steve Zahn, Ethan Hawke, just an all-time cast for Winona Ryder, Janine Garofalo. I'm taking Reality Bites.
Nice, good choice.
Ben Stiller's directorial debut. This movie is awesome. This movie is so good. It's so cool. And I don't know. I love this movie, and I had to have it on my team. I'm really, really thankful it fell this deep. I was worried, Palcher, that you were like, oh, speaking of guys that you go through their filmography like Ethan Hawke or Stiller or somebody. So I was worried that you're going to go that route.
Sure. Yeah. No, I think Stiller's actually a totally underrated director. I think he does some beautiful, wonderful stuff, and has always, that's you kind of forget that he's been doing it that long.
Yeah. I stand by my take that Secret Life of Walter Mitty is like an all-time great movie. I agree.
I would get behind you on that take. It's an annual watch at our house. We absolutely love that movie. I think it's genius.
So good. Recently introduced my kids to the there's a music video of like the song that plays towards the end of the film, but they just use clips of the movie, and you just basically get like a 4-minute version of the movie. And my girls want to watch it every night now, so I feel like I have one, which is exciting stuff.
Cool.
Jonathan, you out on Secret Life of Walter Mitty too? I saw you groan. I saw you roll your eyes.
The all-time great is a little strong for me.
Sure,
I am positive.
Really?
On Walter Mitty. I'm slightly positive. all time great.
I mean,
whoa,
look, it's probably one of my hottest takes, but it is in my list of my top 25 movies of all time on Letterboxd.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hey, I respect that.
I really, really, really like this movie. I think that Kristen Wiig is terribly miscast, but other than that, I really like this movie.
Absolutely. Yes, I totally agree.
I actually think she's pretty charming in it. But
okay.
So I love this movie as well. That's true. I wouldn't put it in all time, but it's kind of an all time. And again, it's attaching it to my family and how we experienced it together. And how
I
we
do get it. Yeah, if someone's like that.
So,
I get it.
It's a hopeful movie. I didn't think we'd be talking about Walter Mindy today, but happy to. Anytime.
Good movie. Well, okay. Awesome. I got reality bites. Ben, why don't you round out your team? You're going to be the first one to finish here.
I am indeed. And I'm going to follow your lead here and do my wild card. And it is going to be a directorial debut that we didn't talk about in last week's episode either. We're taking Clerks.
Yep.
That was in my comedies that I thought was right on my edge. Well, you made a choice for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this movie for a directorial debut. This is amazing. This is one of those like inspirational Sundance stories of like finance a movie, put it on credit cards, and then sell it and all that kind of stuff. Like, and Kevin Smith
shoot in black and white because it's too expensive to color grade the film.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like it's I don't know. I love this. I'm super happy to have Clerks on my team. I mean, Kevin Smith is maybe diminishing returns as a director for some people, but Clerks, I still think he nailed it.
No, for sure. Some of its earlier shit. Again, talk about movies that quoted a lot of my life was this. The writing here. No one really talked like that in movies before. Mm-hmm. Very similar to Pulp Fiction, but in a very different way, right?
Yeah.
And seeing people talk in a movie like that, where they're, and he made the movie for like less than like $40,000 or something like that. So crazy to think the life that it got and the career that it got him and where he's at now and all the shit he's gone through. But yeah, I'm kind of one of the diminishing returns, but I love him as a personality. I love his passion. And I'll always watch. I just watched 4:30 movie not long ago, and I really enjoyed that. I thought it was really, it was made. He bought out his hometown theater in New Jersey to make the movie as a location, and shot it basically him and his boys like sneaking out to 3 movies in one day. But it's like just a perfect Kevin Smith movie, and shows his love for movies. So, I'll still watch what he does. Even the last Clerk. How many Clerks did they make?
I think there's 3 now, right?
There's 3, yeah.
That one, they like tied it up at the end enough where I was like, God damn you, Smith.
You pulled it off, yeah. And if anyone, I love his actual storytelling when he does his Q&As. Yes, and if anyone wants a great story, just go on YouTube and look up Kevin Smith and Prince. Because it's just like one of the best stories he's ever told. And same with his like when he was writing a Superman movie and all that stuff. Like he's captivating. And
he's got kind of the Hollywood insider stories that are kind of fascinating too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're so cool.
Anyways, fun personality.
I like Tusk. Good movie. Pretty cool.
Yeah, solid.
Shout out Kevin Smith. Ben, can I make a note of your team real quick, Ben?
Yeah, please.
I'm looking at the doc, and I just noticed that every time that you pick a movie, it is shorter in length than the prior pick.
Ooh,
Dumb and Dumber, The Lion King, Quiz Show, True Lies, Clerks. You're down to like 5 letters on this next one, so you really got to phone it in. You got to
put in the
home.
Initials, I guess. I think that's what I have to do. What I am going to take would probably be in my personal, at least top 10 of this year, maybe top 5. John C. Reilly, Kevin Bacon, and the coolest Meryl Streep has ever been on film. I'm going to take The River Wild.
Nice.
This is such a fun movie. Meryl kicks ass the entire time. David Strathairn's in it as well. And
Not a Meryl fan, huh?
Who? Me?
You? Yeah.
No, I love Meryl. I just think that she kicks ass in this movie. Like, this is like,
she is great. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I just think this is like the coolest she's been on film. Like, I love Meryl, but this is a top Meryl for me. Yeah, great movie about, river rafting and being stuck with your captors. You get a wonderful Kevin Bacon and John C. Reilly performance as well. So this is a fun watch. They remade it. It obviously, like we talked about The Crow, like it just wasn't what this was. But yeah, I love River Wild and super happy to have Meryl on my team.
Nice. Good way to round out. I haven't seen The River Wild, but I considered it for this draft. It does strike me as a Ben movie for sure.
It is indeed.
Big Ben coded. Okay, I've got comedy left, and to be honest, I'm kind of up in the air. I feel like there's a lot of comedy left, a lot of good comedy for sure. We'll talk about some honorable mentions. I'm really torn between two because one of these is like definitely the more popular and populist choice, and the other one, I might end up sleeping on the couch if I don't draft because it's very near and dear to the heart of my wife.
Okay,
but she doesn't listen to the pod. So what she doesn't know won't hurt her. And I'll just tell her that I drafted it, even though I didn't. So I'm not going to be drafting that one, but I will be drafting another Jim Carrey movie. I'm going to be taking Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. This is definitely the one to be taking here.
Correct.
Yep, that was going to be my choice.
Just an all-time year. Honestly, this year for Jim Carrey, busting out Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, and Ace Ventura, I don't know if anybody's ever done it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, at least in the comedy world, that's unheard of.
And again, talking about movies we quoted, these coming out the same year as Wild. I do remember seeing this one first, and it always kind of being my favorite, although I've probably watched Dumb and Dumber way more times. I love this one. And he gets so funny and weird in this one. Like, it's obviously just this over-the-top character, but his timing as a comedian and just him busting out of Living Color, or what was the show that he was on? Yeah,
in Living Color.
Living Color, yeah.
Fire Marshal Bill.
And I'm pissed you took it because I was looking at my list and I'm pretty serious, so I wanted a goofy ass comedy, and
nice.
You stole it. So nice.
Beat you. I would say any film in which the main character says "Holy Testicle Tuesday," that is an unserious film. And I feel good about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sick. Cool. Okay, Adam, you got one pick left, man.
All right. I assume this one would be available if everything else fell through, and it did quicker than I thought. So cheers to you guys. I'm picking good stuff. I'm going to go comedy as my last one. I'm going with the Coen brothers' Hudsucker Proxy.
Ooh,
I don't know how many of you guys have seen this movie, but it is one of their funnier movies. Really, Tim Robbins as this basically fixer guy or proxy guy for this big company. He invents the hula hoop, and he comes and with a circle on a piece of paper and pitches it. Like, it's a really well done movie, and one of their more underrated ones. And I was happy to see it came out this year because I love this movie. So happy to put this in my comedies, and it is something that I do rewatch quite a bit. So.
Yeah, this is a solid pick. I remember watching this in school. They showed this to us. That's the first time I saw it. And you're right. This is one of their funnier ones for sure.
Yeah, this was a film school movie for us as well.
Yeah. This is an awesome pick. I didn't even see in my research that it was from 94. So fantastic job. That's awesome.
Cool. And I figured these other guys may not have seen it, so I might have been safe with that one. But
yeah.
Clerks and Dumb and Dumber and Ace Ventura, like that kind of stuff I loved. I mean, that was huge again for comedy in the year. So sad I don't have any Jim Carrey on here. You guys got all the Jim Carreys. You got The Mask too, which is probably my least favorite. But
there was part of me when I took Dumb and Dumber first, I was like, ooh, is there a way for me to get all the Jim Carrey movies? But then Jonathan took The Mask. I'm like, well, there goes that dream. So it's not going to happen. But if I had ended up with The Mask, I probably would have gone let's do full Jim Carrey. Give me the Jim Carrey vote.
That's so funny. Okay, Jonathan, round aside. I think you just have a wild card left.
Yep, I can do anything I want. Well, I was gonna end on something that I've seen before. I wanted to do that, and then I looked and I was like, well, then it would be like The Mighty Ducks or Miracle on 34th Street, and I just don't feel like doing that. So instead, to celebrate Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning trailer, which looks absolutely incredible, I will take a Tom Cruise movie with Interview with the Vampire, a movie I have not seen, but I hear about it for some reason constantly.
All the time on Twitter. People are talking about this movie all the time.
So I don't know if you two have seen it and think it's like amazing, but I really hear about it all the time. So I'll just take that.
It is good. I haven't watched it in a long time, probably since it came out there in the late mid 90s there. It's like Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise. It's kind of like a sexy vampire movie before sexy vampire movies. But I don't remember it being bad, and I remember it being really solid. I forgot who directed it. Did you say?
It is directed by Neil Jordan. I'm not really familiar with any of his other filmography.
It doesn't ring a bell, so he must have not gone on to do much. But
But I will say, like, in line with The Crow, which you also drafted, Jonathan, the one tagline for this movie on Letterboxd is "Drink from me and live forever." That goes so hard. That's insane.
Fire. I can't fire.
We should do a draft where we just draft the taglines from Letterboxd. That is a great draft.
That would be good.
I'd research for that for years to come up with the right team. Okay, nice. Well, that's impressive that you've only picked 2 movies that you didn't see. That's less than I thought.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job. Turned in a good performance today.
Had to pull through.
Yeah, did what you could. Okay, we have completed the 1994 movie draft here on the show. An exercise that I feel like was fun. I feel like that was good. Good for all parties. Adam had a lot of stuff stolen. Here. Jonathan had a lot stolen, and that always makes for a good time. Jonathan, why don't you read us your team, and we'll go through all these teams here.
All right, in box office, Pulp Fiction. In comedy, I took The Mask. Oscar nom, Hoop Dreams. Action horror, I took The Crow. Drama, 4 Weddings and a Funeral. And in wild card, Interview with a Vampire.
Do you think that on our graphic, I guess really a question for Ben. Jonathan, you have no say in this, so don't worry. Do you think on our graphic, should I put an asterisk next to the ones that Jonathan hasn't seen? Just so people know, just we're playing with Confederate money here.
Yeah, disclaimer at the bottom.
He's a coward.
Fake pick. That might come back to bite me one day when I draft an entire team of movies I haven't seen.
Your sports draft win should have an asterisk if that's the case here with your Mad Max Fury Road.
No, hey, I've seen that movie more than once. That qualifies. Adam, what was your team?
For drama, we got Shawshank Redemption. Box office went Forrest Gump. Action went The Professional. Luc Besson got cornered into Clear and Present Danger for Oscar nom, even though it is a solid Jack Ryan contribution, and I do like that movie, and I've seen it plenty. But and then took my wild card, Natural Born Killers, and my comedy was The Hudsucker Proxy.
Okay, in drama, I picked Wong Kar-wai's Chungking Express. In action horror, I got Speed. In Oscar nom, I picked up Ed Wood. In box office, The Santa Claus, a top 3 Christmas movie. In wild card, I got Reality Bites. And in comedy, I picked up Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
In comedy, I went with Dumb and Dumber. Box office, The Lion King drama quiz show. Oscar nom, I went with True Lies. Wild card, I took Clerks. And action horror, I took The River Wild. I
do plan to release the graphic to say TRW, just so it sticks with your theme, Ben.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah. I take. Well,
I would have had to take a second, right, to make this work, and that just would have been an actual wild choice.
Yeah, that couldn't have happened.
It's like taking First Reformed in wild card in the second round or something. That's crazy. Who would do that?
Wow, what a callback!
I stand by that. I stand by that pick. I was duped by everybody on this planet who doesn't think a guy putting barbed wire on himself and strapping himself with a bomb is not horror. It's horrific, the state of the planet, guys. Somebody has to do something. God. Don't get me started on First Reformed again. I think a pretty good exercise here. 1994. I don't know. Maybe I changed my tune a little bit to what I said in the beginning. Not a bad year for movies.
There's some good stuff.
Yeah, and some great stuff, obviously.
Yeah, some good stuff, some great stuff. Will Pulp Fiction be enough to bring you the dub, Jonathan?
I don't know. That'd be real tough. I mean, Shawshank and Forrest Gump as a combo.
Yeah.
That's pretty tough. That's pretty tough.
That's a powerful double. There's no doubt about that. Okay. Biggest omissions of this draft? Was there any honorable mentions that you guys wanted to toss out? I will just say, I was talking about switching between 2 picks, Ace Ventura and one other thing that is near and dear to my wife's heart, and that would be the Flintstones. I haven't seen this as an adult, but I can tell you right now that Halle Berry in the Flintstones was one of my sexual awakenings as a young boy. I can't even can't even express that enough to you guys. Just really incredible stuff from that film.
Still looks amazing to this day too. She's amazing. Yeah, I love her. But that is one of the shitty.
That to the watch list. I mean, if not just for Halle Berry going on to the desk of the guy who works at the quarry, it's just as a 9-year-old boy, I was like, I don't think I'm allowed to watch this. Like, I don't think this is okay for me to see. That would be my one big call out. I think Crooklyn. People really get on us for Crooklyn. Nobody drafted that film.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention for Sophie. Yeah, we missed out on Crooklyn. Adam, I thought there was a chance you were going to take 3 Colors Red for your Oscar nom.
I haven't seen that actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought maybe that would, because it was out down to that and like The Client, as far as Oscar nom options. So
yeah, that was my other one. I was weighing like, do I take the John Grisham movie that I joked about yesterday? That I was like, oh, that's gonna be the only thing left, and it was one of them. Legends of the Fall, I think, is one that I think should be talked about a little bit. But yeah, like Interview with Vampire, Adventure of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert is actually an outstanding movie, and completely underrated. It was an Oscar nom I could have gone with, and I considered it because I believe it won for costumes, but it is ahead of its time. Patrick Swayze and John Leguizamo, like, it is excellent. Like, these guys are going for it, and really represent queer folk at that time when they didn't really have any representation at all. So, amazing movie, underrated movie if you haven't seen it, but especially if you love the Sways. Yeah, he's so good here. And another excuse for him to take his shirt off. So
we'll take it.
It's a big win. Yeah, I'm surprised nobody picked White Fang 2: Myth of the White Wolf. Sounds like a good time.
It was gone 7 rounds. Yeah.
If we would have kept going, shoot. Did you have another one, Adam? Did you have any other honorable mentions?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Anything else, guys? Anything we left off? How do you think the draft went for you guys?
11-year-old Ben is mad that I didn't take like Blank Check or D2.
Yeah, Blank Check I think is worth a shout.
11-year-old Ben is upset with me right now, but I'm
Blank
okay
Check
with it.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Again, that's kind of one of those. I know it's a completely different movie, but that high concept of what would you do if you were a kid and you had $1 million?
Mr. Macintosh,
right?
yeah.
What kid wasn't into that movie?
Yeah, I loved it.
Wow. Yeah, not an ideal letterbox curve on that one. A 2.4 on the old Blank Check.
Well, it's because of the relationship that she has with that little boy.
It gets a little weird.
It's like, whoa, okay, like they're like in a limo by themselves together. Like, it gets. I could see that not holding up.
Yeah.
Woof. Well, massive thank you to both Adam and Jonathan for joining us on the draft. Adam, if people want to find more of you, where can they find you at?
Yeah, check us out, Deep Dive Film School. We have a YouTube channel. That's our kind of main thing. But anywhere you listen to podcasts, we're also on Instagram and TikTok if you want shorts. We play Fuck, Marry, Kill with actors and groups of actors for our shorts every week. We do it like 3 times. It's pretty fun and gets kind of ridiculous. But if you like that kind of thing, come on over. But yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, I think you're the first guest to ever do the double duty, 1 week to the next. So you have that crown. Speaking of returning guests, Jonathan, thanks for coming on last minute, man. I appreciate it. If people want to find more of you, where can they find you at?
Yeah, you can find me currently getting eviscerated for my Wicked review on all social media platforms. Just The Film Drunk on YouTube, Twitter, Letterboxd, Instagram.
Yeah. Nice. Highly recommend. I occasionally will look through your comments on YouTube and send them to you just because I think they're really funny. And
yeah,
eviscerated is not an understatement at all.
I haven't even looked at the Wicked comment section after the first few minutes. I can't imagine.
Yeah. Look, I mean, at time of recording, I see Wicked tomorrow. I'm famously out on Wicked. I think it looks like trash, but I guess we'll find out next draft that we record, because Sophie will be on that draft and I will have to come good on my thoughts on Wicked.
I'm waiting for the reviews, but I have low expectations.
Well, good thing Sophie's not here to rebuke all of us. A lovely thank you to Ben for co-hosting with me. Thank you, Ben. It means so much.
Yeah, it was a good time. I had a lot of fun.
Be sure to listen and subscribe to the Movie Draft Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes will be released weekly on Tuesdays. We'll see you then.